Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, I've completed the conversion for the base, so I'm just going to run over some of the fine details that I've done. Just going to rotate this. You're going to have a look. It's nothing's glued at the moment, so just be a bit careful as I do it. You can see some of the extra detail there. I'll must say I'll run through exactly what I've done for you, so you can get an idea. But I'm very happy how this has come out. I think it looks really good. Really like it. So what I did is I on the multi-melter thing, I drilled out the gun barrels, and then on this section here, no extra work on there, but on this section, first of all I went into the guy who's died, and I figured that the explosion would possibly just leave his hand. So the other driver that I got from the other speeder, I took his hands off and positioned them so like his hands are still there holding onto the controls, but the rest of his body's just been like exploded. And then I cut the top of the helmet off and I just stuck that to the back wall as well, just to give it an extra bit of detail. So that's that done. And then on here I rotated his hand around. And then I got a biker hand which I had, cut that off. I cut his fingers off and repositioned them out straighter, cut the thumb off and repositioned that. And I now have the Space Marine totally cowering. Sorry Space Marine players, but yeah, this guy, he's cowering. He just can't believe what's happening, he's hiding. And then I went into the back, I added some little paper clips to make some wires. I had a suggestion of some guitar string, but I didn't have any handy, so I just used paper clips. And then I did the same for the back. So I got some paper clips there just to give it a little bit more detail. I think that's a good idea. Thanks Snake, I think it was, gave me that idea. So thanks for that. And then on the base, in the end I've actually pinned both the legs. This isn't glued though. So I just take these out. So I take that one and that one. So what I did for this one here, I put a piece of green stuff in the bottom. When it was dry, I drilled the hole and then I cut a groove out, and then I bent the paper clip. It goes down and right across this piece of green stuff. I then filled in the groove, so I got really good fixing there. And then on this one, I put a bit of green stuff on, and then I pushed his foot down exactly where I wanted it and made an imprint of the foot. So when I glue it on there eventually, it's going to get a really good fixing. I then drilled a hole in a certain area and put that little pin. It's not very deep, so I used a smaller pin than the one over there. You'll notice this is like a gold pin. This is a thicker one than the small one. But it still works quite well, and then just obviously matched up the hole in the foot. And as you saw earlier, that goes on there quite nicely. I then added some rubble to the base, some bits of speeder, just to make it look as if it's really been squashed in there. So that is the base done. So yeah, going to work on the rest of the body, and lots more to come. Thanks for watching.